What's up, guys? Crack back with another pack. Okay, again today we got Fani on the docket. Fani's back in the news. Fani claims she has had to increase her security due to cases, noting that she does not believe the threats are over YSL or coming from anyone indicted. The case is stacked against YSL. It is being updated every few days, and we close out this week with the Fulton County District Attorney commenting on her safety.
News exclusive. Fulton County's district attorney is now the third high-profile official in the county who's coming forward and saying she's receiving
death threats.
All I talk is crack, I can get the brick out. I put in the work and never, no nigga can never just say that I look through.
Developing tonight, a teen accused of threatening to kill the Fulton County Sheriff, his wife, and the Atlanta Public Schools police chief. Tonight, we're hearing from those high-ranking officials. CBS 46's Megan Packer is at the Fulton County Jail with what authorities say prompted these threats.
An 18-year-old is in jail right now
accused of threatening the lives of several high-ranking law enforcement officials.
But even with the suspect in jail right now, the Fulton County Sheriff says the threats
are still coming in.
And they started after the
high-profile arrests of accused gang members.
It was not a smart move to threaten the sheriff.
Fulton County Sheriff Patrick Labatt says it's a mistake for anyone to threaten him or his family. 18-year-old Cortavius Mender is charged with
23 counts of terroristic threats, accused of threatening the lives of Sheriff Labatt, his wife, and Atlanta Public Schools Police Chief Ronald Outland.
The alleged threats were posted on several Instagram accounts in May. The sheriff says he's also received suspicious calls.
Specifically,
We think it's gang related and at least fan base related. So if there are any copycats out there that we understand that the charges against the RICO case and against YSL and several other gangs are not only serious in nature, and we know that there are fans out there, but to that end, this has crossed the line.
According to a criminal warrant, some of Mender's alleged comments said he
would kill people if Atlanta-based rapper Young Thug is not freed.
Young Thug, or Jeffrey Williams, we've told you, is in
jail on RICO and other gang-related charges.
Other alleged gang members are also locked up. Prosecutors claim
Young Thug is one of the ringleaders of the YSL gang.
I think it's bolstered our efforts even more to have something like this happen.
If they threaten us, they'll threaten anyone.
So I think a lot of
effort's going to be put into making sure that we keep them in check.
Sheriff Labatt says they have stepped up security measures at the Fulton County Jail in Atlanta.
Okay, so as you can see, they locked up an 18-year-old named Mr. Mentor for threats through social media to the Fulton County Sheriff and the Atlantic Public School Police Chief. I wanted to play that clip to show you that not only they have gotten threatened, but also Fani has gotten threatened. We're going to get to the rest of the Fani clip in a second. But I just wanted to talk to you guys and ask you guys, do you think that they're spending too much time and resources on wondering about themselves? I mean, they are admitting that they do not believe that these are coming for anyone that is YSL related. So, yeah, I would say it was some fans that probably sent some messages and whatnot. But we do have another clip that we're going to get to because it does get a little bit more serious when Fani speaks of her situation. So I just wanted to ask, do you think, get in the comments and let me know, do you think it's just going too far? They're just using resources for anything now? Or do you think this is really serious that people are sending threats through social media? I mean, we already have one individual locked up. He's 18 years old, and I think maybe a little program or talking to him could have did him some justice. He probably is just really fanned out, but that's neither here nor there. The young man, he did threaten them, so I can't say anything about that, Okay, let's get to the Fani clip, and we're going to break that down as it goes. Okay, let's do that now.
Fulton County DA Fani Willis says the threat started almost
immediately after taking office,
but after
some high-profile cases,
the threats have gotten worse. And she talked only to Channel 2 investigative reporter Mark Winnie. Mark, you've been investigating this story for weeks. She says this is not only impacting
her, but really at this point, everyone around her.
Now, Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis confirms
extraordinary measures
Some she can't talk about publicly
have been taken to protect her and her family after threats. A criminal investigation is underway.
And if the evidence is there, folks will be going to jail over this.
I'm much more cautious now than I've ever been in my life of paying attention to my surroundings. It's required for me to stay alive.
Fani Willis says she ran for Fulton County District Attorney in significant part
to help victims and to prevent other people from becoming victims.
But now she's become victim of threats.
What are some of the things that have been said in threats?
Basically that they're going to murder me, that the DA is going to get got.
Because of how she does her job, and she's living her life amid extraordinary security measures.
And I'm not going to be intimidated from doing it, and doing it in the correct fashion and holding people accountable.
She says menacing communications about her, mostly on social media, ramped up a lot after the high-profile racketeering indictment involving
some celebrity rappers and YSL, an alleged criminal street gang.
We don't believe that these threats were directed by
anyone that is in the YSL indictment.
Okay, as you can hear, Fani, she's pleading her case at this point in time, saying that she's being threatened. But I wanted to stop it there because think about this. She's saying that she does not believe that any of this has anything to do with anybody within the YSL indictment. But when you listen to this clip, you're hearing YSL, YSL, YSL. So understand what that does to the public and what it does to everyone out there. They're thinking it doesn't matter what you say. You have to get all of this new security and amp up all of this stuff around you within the people that surround you because you're connecting it to the YSL indictment, but saying that it's not connected to the YSL indictment, if that makes sense. So I'm just trying to point that out to you guys and show you that no matter what, Fani is staying on her square and she is pushing to put these young men behind bars for the rest of their lives. Let's move on. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Audio Crack 22 on all platforms.
But people sympathetic, potentially, or affiliated?
I would say that people that are very sympathetic, maybe admirers of YSL and connected to
them in some sense.
There's one particular suspect who has provided instructions about how people
who want to get you can use publicly available information to find your house.
That's correct, and seems to have information about
where my house is actually located.
Has that person commented on the level
of security at your house?
Absolutely.
I'm very grateful that the city of South Fulton, the Atlanta Police Department, Fulton County PD, and the Fulton County Sheriffs are working collaboratively to make sure that they're all informed and to make sure that they are all taking a part in
my security, as well as my dignitary team that is here from the Fulton County District Attorney's Office.
There does seem to be some indication that
possibly my movements have been surveilled.
Ms. Willis says hostile communications have ramped up too from seeming Donald Trump supporters after the announcement of a special
grand jury looking into certain events connected to the most recent presidential election in Georgia.
Oh, it is definitely a significant driver of the heightened security.
People are angry about that investigation.
People are angry about
investigations into gangs. And so each of those things plays a factor
in my heightened security.
Okay, I wanted to stop it there because I wanted to remind you guys about, remember I made the video of the YSL RICO about Fani Willis, right? Remember I was explaining to you guys in that video about her going against, she's trying to put Donald Trump on a RICO charge also. So this is the thing, what I'm saying with Miss Fani is like, she's going after everybody. And I believe it's for a reason. But I've been getting a lot of comments saying that she needs to clean up the streets, which I can understand that also. But at the detriment of these young men, you got to remember, some of these young men deserve to get a bond. That's just my opinion. If you think I'm wrong, I mean, tell me. Let me know, crack you. No, them dudes did what they did. But some of them guys, I truly believe, had nothing to do with nothing. And some of those guys was just caught up because they was just around, A lot of them gentlemen did their time like we discussed before. But again, I'm getting off topic. What I wanted to basically tell you is remember that she's going against Donald Trump also. So Miss Fani is also not only worried about these threats coming from the YSL camp, she's also brought up that she could be threatened due to Trump being in town this week doing his thing. So Miss Fani got some problems all the way around the board. She doesn't know what is coming from. But if you're not all the way sure, Miss Fani, I would suggest you not bring up or try to put more on those young men behind bars than they already have. That's just my opinion. Okay, we're going to move on to the end of the clip, and I'm going to come back with my final thoughts. All right, let's get to that now.
Now, Ms. Willis indicated there's
no evidence that former President Trump posted any violent social media threats against her.
She says her day-to-day life has been dramatically altered, that she does less with friends and family for fear
they could be caught in harm's way because of her.
Reporting live at the Fulton County DA's office, Mark Winning, Channel 2 Action News.
Okay, my final thoughts. What did we learn today? We learned that the Fulton County Sheriff, the Atlanta Public School Police Chief, and Fani Willis, the District Attorney, have all been threatened due to, they're not saying YSL, but they're saying YSL, right? We also learned that 18-year-old Mr. Cortavious Mender is locked up behind bars for allegedly threatening the police chief, the Fulton County Sheriff, and his family. Free him. Free the young man, get him some counseling, sit down and talk to him. This young man is not going to do anything to harm anything. He's a fan of Young Thug and YSL, I assume, and he just needs some help. Please free that man. And lastly, we learned that Donald Trump is in town. Fani has a situation that she's trying to build against Mr. Trump. And also Fani feels like YSL is not, but could be a part of these threats that are being made to her. Neither nor Mr. Trump nor YSL probably has any hand in this situation. So we learned all that today. I've already explained to you guys in my last Fani video about the Donald Trump situation. If you don't remember that, go back and check it out. And also, my question to the subs, I always have a question for you guys. And I love when you guys get in the comments and let me know what's up, or what I'm wrong and what I'm right. My question to you guys is this. Do you think Fani is going overboard with spending these resources in order to protect herself due to the situations that's been going on? Now, I did see it did get a little serious when an individual put out that she had however many cars at her residence. But we all know that Fani is a district attorney and all of her information is public. Everyone's information that is a sheriff, et cetera, is public. But to see that come through, I don't remember if it was Twitter or whatnot, that would give me a little alarming scare. But to go this far and have interviews about it, I'm not really sure if they needed to bring YSL within this situation. Other than they already have an individual locked up that they say that is not a young man, I might add, they say that is not connected to YSL, but they somehow tracked him down through social media and locked him up. Well, how do you guys feel about that? How do you feel about Fani using these resources? Get in the comments and let me know. And also, I pulled a couple tweets that I wanted to read. The first one is from a guy named Nuns Island Bankster. YSL RICO case is a political show, so rich whites don't secede from Atlanta. Fani Willis is a corrupt sellout Uncle Tom, using fictional lyrics as evidence is blatantly racist and proof they have no concrete evidence. And the other one is from Anthony J. According to Willis, YSL might be connected to 50 murders since 2003. From 2018 to 2020, Atlanta, Georgia Police Department was involved in at least 288 officer-involved shootings that resulted in deaths. Fani Willis reused herself from the Rashard Brooks case. Tough on crime, my ASS. I really wanted to just put that out there to you guys also, because how do you feel about that? Do you really feel like it's a lot of people that's feeling 50-50, like I told you before, even in my comments? Some people are happy about what's going on with Miss Fani and some aren't. So I just wanted to read those two. And yes, they are kind of against her, but there weren't that many that were for her. And I'm just going to be honest. So I'm going to let that sit on your head. If you want to support the platform, it's $AudioCrack22. And if you would like to join the member gang, I got 2 sets of members. Go to the description in my video and hit the join link, and you'll be welcome to the team. Until next time.
All I talk is crack, got to get the brick out. I put in the work and never, no nigga can ever just say that I looked up.